Hello everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 15th of February 2026. This week saw very sharp corrections in the information technology stocks in India. The Nifty IT index was down by more than 8% this week. It is down by more than 14% in last 1 month, and it is down by more than 19% in last 1 year. India's listed IT companies are entering into a biggest structural shift since the cloud era. The effects of this shift will definitely be felt by the Indian companies. It will depend upon the kind of revenue mix which each of these companies are having. By that, what I would mean is the kind of revenue which they generate from maintenance versus what they generate from transformation. Then it will all also depend upon the consulting strength of each of these IT companies, the kind of client geography which the companies are exposed with, and their ability to monetize artificial intelligence and not just deploy it. But the way forward for these Indian IT companies will be that their growth in headcounts will be slower for sure, and their productivity has to improve and will improve on account of usage of AI tools. To become AI integrators rather than being coding vendors in these present times will be very important for all these IT companies. Companies which are agile and which will be able to adapt to the emerging AI environment will survive and grow. The companies which stagnate in terms of building new systems and processes will slowly go down. Insofar as the Indian stock market is concerned this week, the Nifty 50 was mildly down by 0.85%. Nifty mid cap was down by a small 0.13%, and Nifty small cap was down by 0.81%. FIIs were sellers to the extent of more than 4,000 crores. DIIs were buyers to the extent of more than 6,800 crores. This year, the most outstanding performing sector on the Indian stock market was the PSU bank. The Nifty PSU banks were up by 3.27%, even in a market which was mildly down. On last monthly basis, it is up by more than 5%, and in last 1 year, Nifty PSU banks index was up by more than 53%. There is a very strong valuation catch-up which is happening between the PSU banks and its private peers. On the commodity front, Brent crude was by and large unmoved. Gold and silver were also on a net basis across the week were by and large unmoved. Nasdaq corrected by more than 2%, and S&P 500 was down by more than 1%. The US stock markets also had the impact of the technology stocks getting corrected. MSCI South Korea, the South Korean benchmark, was up by more than 10% this week. It is up by more than 22% in last 1 month, and in last 1 year, it is up by 147%. The message to understand from these kinds of figures of global markets is that investors need not be just focused on one economy and one currency and needs to diversify their investments globally. That is all for this week. Thank you.